Welcome back to another spicy video where I'm gonna give you some tips on how to get in the best shape of your life, tips that you haven't heard before. I've been a trainer for over 16 years, training a wide range of variety of body types, and this has worked. Through trial and error, I can help you get in the best shape of life. And it's not your typical eat less, move more. No, 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 no. Stop with that crap. It's not the way to do it if you're over 30. It might work when you're younger, but eventually it's gonna catch up to you and wreck your hormones, lower your metabolism, and maybe you've done that, and maybe you're here now, but I will help you undo all the damage you did. How to get leaner as you get older without dieting and without cardio. I'm living proof of this. I have so many clients who are doing the same thing. I'm gonna be 39 this year, and it legit feels like I can't keep weight on now. If you would have told me that I'd become this person in my 20s, I would have never believed you. But these 5 tips that I'm gonna share with you today legit are life-changing. It's not an overnight fix. It's not an overnight fix. It's legit putting in the time to change physically, mentally, and if you do that, you too can get leaner as you get older. So make sure to stick around for point number 4, point number 5, because they might be the most important. But if you can do all five at the same time, all five at the same time, that is what's gonna change your life, change your body. Number 1, prioritize getting stronger and getting more mobile. Guys, this is so important. If you can just do these 2 things, like legit, your results are gonna change. So many people just focus on getting a good workout in, getting a good burn in. That's not actually gonna help you lose weight. That's burning calories in the moment, but it's so easy to eat those calories back. So we've gotta like really let go of the calories. Don't pay attention to calories. That might sound scary, but don't. Don't check, oh, I burnt this much, and I don't feel like a failure if you didn't burn more, because if your focus is on being stronger and getting more mobile, it doesn't matter how many calories you burnt in your workout. But ask yourself, did you do a strength training, full body type of workout? As you age, people tend to gain weight. And what do we also notice is that muscle and mobility go down. They go down. So if you want to keep that young, high metabolism, keep your muscle and mobility up. They go hand in hand, because you can't be strong and not have any mobility. That means, especially in your 30s and your 40s and higher, you can never skip your warm-ups, never skip your cool downs. Guys, this prepares the body, loops up our joints, gets the muscle ready so we can have full range of motion and actually engage the muscle better during your workout. Guys, I was a chronic, like up until 35, I'd say. I definitely was carrying more fat, and I always skipped my warm-up, and I always skipped my stretches. I didn't get as much mind to muscle connection in the workout, and now I never do. I never do, probably because I had an injury. You know, sometimes you have to learn the hard way, and I did, and now I never skip my warm-up, and I never skip my cool down. And am I not only more flexible now at 39 than I was at 19, but I'm stronger and I'm leaner. It didn't happen overnight, but with my 3 workouts every single week, I make sure I do a proper dynamic warm-up and a proper cool down, and that's all in my program. So if you're doing my program, do not skip my warm-up and my cool down. Every month I put so much focus on making sure that we're warming up the body and focusing on improving mobility through specific exercises. So make sure you're following a proper mobility and strength training program, and really switch that mindset. Instead of being like, oh, I need to do my workout, be like, oh, did I focus on getting stronger today? Did I get more mobile today? Stop focusing on the calorie burn, getting in a good workout. It's more about getting stronger, getting more flexible. That's what's gonna keep your muscle mass. That's what's gonna improve your metabolism and help you stay strong and lean and get leaner in the long run. Number 2, eat protein first and eat enough. I know this is really tough for women or anyone who's trying to lose weight, because like in your mind, you're like, okay, I need to lose weight, so I need to eat less. No, when I ate less, I was way more inflamed. I wasn't fueling my body properly. Like, you can't be working out 3 times a week and not focusing on refueling. They go hand in hand. So if you want to get as strong as possible and build muscle, you need to make sure you eat enough. They need to go hand in hand. And I've mentioned this in other videos. If you eat more, that'll increase your metabolism. If you eat less, that'll reduce your metabolism. So there's a balance here, right? Like if you keep eating less and less and less and less, and you feel like you can't lose weight, it's because you've wrecked your metabolism. But don't worry, you can fix it. You can fix it just by eating more and giving yourself time. So here, eat protein first. Make sure you're eating enough protein. Women, for some reason, we are kind of known to not eat enough protein. But you need to make sure you eat protein all day long. So I make sure my breakfast has like 30 to 50 grams of protein every single day. I've switched up my breakfast, okay? Before my lunch, I make sure I have 30 to 50 grams of protein. So this can look like eggs and turkey, sausage. This can look like Greek yogurt and protein powder or a protein shake, like something really simple, but I get it in and it's just basic. I try to get in my 30 to 50 grams of protein every day, and it makes the rest of the day way easier. Build your meals around protein, then lunch. Ask yourself, where's your protein? Build your meal around it. Add quality whole foods on the side, vegetables, fruits, carbs, no problem, but where's your protein? Did you eat enough protein? Eat your protein first, and it's gonna make you feel more full. It's gonna help you with recovery, and you're not gonna feel deprived because we're just focusing on eating enough protein. And then keep your favorite things in there. You don't need to cut out your favorites, you know? What are your favorites? Are you a chip person? A little bit of chips at night is not gonna ruin progress, you know? Of course, I'd like you to switch to a higher quality chip, maybe not made with seed oils, but it's not the end of the world if you're hitting your protein targets first. We gotta get your metabolism up by eating enough and hitting your protein target first. The way that I don't feel like I'm ever dieting is because I keep my favorite foods into my daily diet. Daily. So for me, that looks like dark chocolate, red wine sometimes, a little bit of ice cream sometimes, some cookies sometimes. Obviously I have a sweet tooth. If you tell yourself you can't, then you give in, you feel like a failure, and you feel like so much guilt, and you feel like you messed up. That's not the way to increase your metabolism, because eating a cookie, eating some chips, if you're eating enough and getting enough protein in, it's no big deal. You will lose weight in time, especially if you allow yourself for this to become a lifestyle. Like, you can eat chips every single day, and if you kind of allow yourself to do that, you probably won't overeat as much as you would as if you're telling yourself, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. When I used to have that restrictive mindset, I would binge way more, and I was carrying on a lot more body fat because I was stressed out, I was guilty from overeating, and then I'd go into depriving myself. It was like this horrible cycle that I would go into. So stop with that. Focus on protein first and allow yourself to have your favorite foods in there. You don't need to be perfect to become your leanest, sexiest self-girlfriend. Okay, I don't talk like that. Maybe I do now. Maybe I do now. Do you know what was kind of an eye-opener for me? I've trained clients for, I don't know, 17 years, and I've trained mainly women. And one of the biggest complaints I get from women is like, oh, my husband starts working out and he loses weight so much faster. And what I've noticed over the years is when our husbands are trying to lose weight, at least back in the day, they would go to the weight room. So whenever they're working out, they're doing weights. Weight training builds muscle, boosts their metabolism, gets leaner, balances out their hormones by increasing testosterone and other ones. Women, we tend to go to cardio, which lowers our metabolism, which can ruin our hormones if we do it too much and eat not enough. So why do you think they're getting better results? Because they're going into the weight room. And now we're seeing a shift of women going into the weight room, and they are the ones getting those results that the men always were getting. We do have genetic differences, and they have more testosterone, we have more estrogen. Studies are showing that if women lift weights, that is what's gonna balance your hormones. And we see it. That is what is gonna increase your metabolism. That is the way to go. So I think men have had it right the whole time, and we've just been late to follow. We've been told cardio is better, but we've been more prone to osteoporosis, which you can heal with weightlifting. We've been gaining fat every year, especially in menopause. You can correct that through weightlifting. Like, weightlifting is the answer, period. There's nothing that can replace it. I'm not saying cardio is bad, but if your goal is weight loss and you're not seeing the results you want, why are you doing cardio? Is it because you love it, or is it because you're trying to burn calories? Remember, we're not trying to burn calories anymore. We are trying to get stronger and more mobile. And getting on a bike is not helping you get more mobile. But if you love it, it's different. That's different. I'm just trying to speak to you guys who are not getting the results that you deserve. So make sure, do your strength training. Guys, I could talk about this all day. But on that same point is you only have so much energy during the week. You cannot do it all. I used to be a cardio queen. I also really like yoga. But I can't do it all. So I always make sure I prioritize my weight training first. Once I get my 3 weights in, maybe on the weekends, I can do yoga, go to a yoga class if I'm feeling it. And I used to, allow myself to do cardio on the weekends. But honestly, lately, I'd rather just get an extra lift in or focus on my mobility through a foam rolling or getting outside with the dogs. Like, I'm just not putting that pressure to work out. I already got stronger. I already worked on my mobility. That's all I need to do, because that's what's gonna keep my metabolism up, and just focusing on working out and doing too much. There is a point of diminishing return. So it's a point where adding more will actually give you less of a desired outcome. So that means when it comes to weight training, when it comes to exercise, more is not better. There is a sweet spot for all of us, and most women can handle 2 to 4 workouts per week over 30. If you are doing, a 5-day split, a 6-day split, and you are at your goal, this video is not for you. This is for you guys who have been struggling and not getting to your goals. For me, some weeks, my body can handle 4 workouts. Most of the time, it averages 3. Some weeks, it's only twice. You can tell by how you feel, how you recover. You need to pay attention. If you're just powering through, it's just gonna increase your cortisol and diminish your results. There's a study that shows that weight training 1 time per week, I think it's like 60% of the gains you're gonna get from 1 weight training a week. So even if you just do it once, you're getting 60% of the benefits. And like twice, it's like 80, 85. Twice, that's amazing. You're gonna get so much out of doing 1 time a week or 2 times a week weight training, like in the long run. And 3 times a week, yeah, you get maybe 90% of the benefits or 92% of the benefits. So there is a point where like that 3rd workout isn't maybe as important as you think. But if you have the energy for it, that's a different story. But if you don't, it's not as important as you think. You need to start listening, paying attention to what you need. Number 3, managing stress intentionally. Everybody has stress in their life, whether you're working a lot or you have kids or both. That is very stressful. Go, 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 fight or flight. But chronic stress makes fat loss harder. It's fact, it's fact. Sure, there's like 1 in, I don't know what the percentage is, but there's every once in a while you'll see somebody who like loses weight from chronic stress. I wouldn't say that's most people. That is not most people. Most people gain weight from chronic stress. You need to focus on reducing your stress. You can't, you can't quit your job. Your kids, there's not too much you can do there. Besides, maybe if you can delegate, ask for help, it makes a difference if you can. But if you can't, you can still manage your stress, change your mindset on the situation without changing your situation. So can you add breath work, meditation, journaling, or just getting outside daily to help you get grounded, to help you get out of that fight or flight mode? This was legit life-changing for me. I am super focused on keeping my stress down, on staying grounded, and not getting so worked up that that's when you're gonna hold on to fat. When that cortisol is super high, when you feel that really high stress, it's not good, it's not good. So what can you do daily to get your stress down? And that's gonna look different for everybody, but find something and start doing it. I love guided meditations. I put my headphones on, even just 5 minutes. Legit, I just feel like a boost of energy afterwards. And when I first started doing it, I was very, very like, I can't handle it. I can't handle it, get me out of here. And if you don't think that's affecting your results, prove me otherwise. Seriously, like you're never gonna get to your goals if you don't figure out all 5 of these, all 5. Number 4, oh, this one might be my favorite. I see this time and time again. It's you have to change the way you think about aging. It's almost like you need to change your identity or change what you believe. If you believe that aging means I'm gonna gain fat in my stomach, and you're gaining fat in your stomach and you're like, it's not my fault, I'm aging. You believe it's part of your identity now that aging equals fat storage. And it is telling us this all through the media and stuff. But the reason this is happening is because we've lost muscle, we've lost mobility. We just need to work on these 2 and then it shouldn't happen. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the correlation? So if you believe that at any point, it has nothing to do with age. If you believe that you can get stronger, if you can get mobile, you can increase your metabolism, it will change. You will get better. But if you come in and you say, I've had bad knees, I have bad knees, I will have bad knees, I have a bad back, I have a bad shoulder, there's nothing I can do, it is the way it is. If it is part of your identity, that makes it really tough to level up. If you believe that this is part of your identity, that you're now, it's not your fault, you're gaining body fat and your joints and your mobility have gone down. Because I am witnessing it every single day. People in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, their mobility increasing, their strength increasing, their metabolism increasing, and getting leaner, stronger, healthier. So what you believe is true. Are your beliefs holding you back? I used to believe that if I didn't count calories during workouts, I would blow up because I was holding on to more body fat. But I've changed my mindset, and now I know that as long as I get my weights in, as long as I keep my metabolism up by eating enough protein and keeping my muscle and trying to gain as much muscle as I can, I'm gonna be lean forever. It starts with what you believe is true. Most people age poorly because they stop moving, not because aging is a curse. It is not a curse. Guys, I feel better now at 39 than I did at 19 than I did at 29, mentally and physically. Final point, don't fall for fads, for the trends. Don't fall for it. Guys, we are living in an age where quick fixes are really tempting, and so many people are online, which is actually amazing because you can get so much good information, but throughout that good information, you get a lot of clickbait. So people trying to conform you and get you to try this quick fix, get you to try this quick fix. We all know that saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Ask yourself, have any of the trends or fads or diets that you've ever done, have they ever worked long-term for you? The answer is no, then stop doing them. Stop doing them. Follow someone you trust, get a program you trust, start to change your mindset, start to change how you fuel yourself, how you train yourself. Just become, that fit person that's not trying to cut corners, and you will see the results that you deserve in time. But every week, don't fall for the miracle new workout or diet trend. There's always gonna be one that's there that's tempting, that wants you to give up your hard work. But no, that's not the way. Ignore that fake news, ignore it. For example, recently I've been seeing a lot of Pilates bodies. I am guilty of this. And in my early 20s, I was like, oh, I want a Pilates body. I'm gonna start doing Pilates. To be honest, I think Pilates is great. And if you see amazing results with Pilates, keep doing it. This is not for you. I'm just saying, for you other girls, maybe you're not built like a model to begin with, and you're going to Pilates hoping you're gonna have a model body. Do you see how that doesn't make sense? Like, if you have the genetics and you're doing a little bit of Pilates, but you already look like a model, sure, that might give you some muscle tone. But if you're built more like a normal person, like me, doing Pilates didn't get me the results, the transformation that I was hoping. If I had to just go with my real life data of weight training versus Pilates, weight training is actually gonna help you recomp your body, change your body recomposition. Not so much Pilates. Are there benefits? Can you get, better mind and muscle connection? Can you help with mobility? Sure. But how many days a week are you trying to juggle exercise? We're not just trying to work out, we're trying to get stronger and more mobile. So which one are you gonna choose if you only have so much energy and if you only have so much time in a week? I would suggest weight training, obviously, but do what you enjoy. Make time for different types of movement. I can add that in, but it is gonna take energy away from my weight training. Just be aware of that. Don't put too much effort, too much time into things that are taking you away from your goal. Make sure that if you're focused on fat loss, there is no better solution than eating enough protein and weight training. And then give it time. Give it time. You have to think about this as your new identity, as now this is what you are going to be doing for life. And if you do that, amazing things will happen. And I hate to say this, but it may not happen within 3 months because your body is slowly building muscle. Maybe it'll happen by year 1, or maybe by year 2, transformed. Or maybe for you, it's year 3, transformed. But how long have you not been doing it? Like, give yourself enough time. I've had some people have amazing transformations between year 1 and year 2, or year 3 and year 4. Like, it's different for everybody, but if you stick with it, all of a sudden you're gonna look back and be like, holy shit, I am one fit bitch. All right guys, I hope you got something out of this video. Just remember, you don't need to punish yourself to get leaner. You need to train smart, eat well, manage stress, stop falling for the quick fixes. And remember, age is just a number, but consistency is everything. Consistency is everything. If you're looking for the proper weight training program to take to the gym or at home, I do have my OneFitB Online, you get 3 new full body weight trainings every single week. And I've also just newly included my ultimate nutrition guide to help you guys level up your food, to make it easy, simple, just to make sure you're getting in enough good. Because I am not the type of person that works well when you say, don't do this, don't do that, stop eating. I'm like the opposite. Oh, you don't want me to eat that peanut butter? Well, I'm now shoveling in peanut butter into my face. So I don't work well with that. I think a lot of people don't either. So focusing on getting enough good just pushes out the bad. Focusing on getting my strength training in makes me stop becoming a cardio queen, and now I'm leaner, my metabolism's higher. Like, just do the good first, prioritize what's important. Focusing on stress reduction, meditating, reading, journaling, doing that every single day. Huge difference. Just do the good first. Don't focus on the bad. Nobody's perfect. You're never gonna be perfect. We're always gonna have little things that, you know, we're never gonna eat perfect or eat super clean. We're never gonna have perfect workouts, and you're never gonna have the perfect body either. You need to be realistic. Nobody has a perfect body, but you've got to start being positive with yourself and noticing if you're getting stronger, if you're building muscle, if you're feeling better, if your joint pain is going away. That all matters. And in time, you can start maybe saying, yeah, I look good. Yes, I look amazing. I look fit, and that's what matters. Or I feel fit. I am fit, and that's what matters. And the outside, the aesthetics will come. But if you are beating yourself up and saying you look like shit, you look like crap, your body hears you, and you are gonna look and feel like crap. Anyway, I hope this makes a huge difference in your 2025 goals. Make sure to check out my last videos. I am trying to give you guys all my tips and tricks, and let me know what you want to see more of. Do you guys want me to take you back into the gym for more workouts? I feel like you guys prefer these chatty videos. So let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know what you want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, I hope you guys love this video. I know this is the year that you can get the best shape of your life. Make sure to like, comment, share with a friend. Share with their friend that's in her 40s, going to 30s, that keeps trying out new fitness classes. Share it with her. She needs to hear this. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next week in a new video. Bye.